Why did it work? Hongmeng's installed base surpasses 800 million, reshaping the global OS landscape. Let's start with a question that will make veteran tech watchers drop their jaws. Can you believe that for the past 20 years, the global mobile operating system market has been a two-man show between Android and iOS? These two have held a death grip on over 95% of the market share for years, leaving less than 5% of the pie for various niche systems. There has long been a consensus in the industry. Challenging these two giants in the mobile OS field is like hitting a stone with an egg, a suicide mission. How many tech giants have tried? Microsoft spent billions of dollars and dragged Nokia along for the ride, only to return in defeat. Samsung's self-developed Tizen system struggled for years, surviving only on a few low-end models. So, when someone said, a new system can break through, almost everyone scoffed. But the latest authoritative data has slapped all the doubters in the face. Huawei's HarmonyOS, Hongmeng, global install base has officially broken the 800 million mark. Even more shocking is that in just 1 month, December 2025, another 12 overseas manufacturers flocked to join the HarmonyOS ecosystem, including well-known electronics brands from Europe and Southeast Asia. Bear in mind, these manufacturers used to be tied to Android or reliant on iOS, yet now they are proactively throwing themselves into the embrace of a non-US system. This has forced an opening right in the territory where Google and Apple have been digging in for years. Doesn't it seem incredible? Why is it that HarmonyOS, a non-US system that has been badmouthed for years, managed to achieve this? What unknown secrets lie behind this? Actually, the core of HarmonyOS's success relies on one disruptive technology: distributed architecture. Put simply, it's like different brands of Lego blocks. Whether it's a phone, a computer, or a smart home device, as long as it runs HarmonyOS, they can fit together seamlessly, sharing data and functions freely. Android and iOS, on the other hand, are more like closed toy boxes. Apple's toys can only be passed between Apple devices, while Android is more open. The connection between different brands is a mess. HarmonyOS instantly solved the headache of device interconnection for global users. Do you see the advantage now? The subversion goes even deeper. This 800 million install figure is definitely not propped up by Huawei fighting alone. The explosive growth in overseas markets is the key driver. According to Huawei's latest regional data, the year-on-year growth rate of HarmonyOS installs in overseas markets reached 68%, a full 22 percentage points higher than the domestic market. This growth momentum is rare for a non-US operating system. Let's talk about those 12 new overseas manufacturers. They are not nobodies. They include established European manufacturers deeply rooted in smart hardware, such as Germany's Born, focused on smart home ecosystems, and top 3 home appliance brands in Southeast Asia. They were previously long-term binders to the Android ecosystem. Their proactive switch to HarmonyOS must be the result of precise market calculations. More critically, HarmonyOS has long transcended the limitations of a mobile phone system, completing the leap from the consumer side to the industrial side. Now, it can be found in key industrial areas concerning national welfare and livelihood, such as electricity, water services, and smart manufacturing. Take the Shenzhen Smart Pump House project as an example. After installing the HarmonyOS industrial version, not only was real-time interconnection of equipment data achieved, but energy consumption was also reduced by 10%. The electricity fee saved annually a no small amount. More importantly, it achieved 7 24-hour unmanned operation. Operations personnel only need to monitor the status of all equipment from a remote backend. If a fault occurs, it automatically alarms and triggers an emergency plan. This is no longer a simple competition between mobile phone systems. It is reconstructing the ecological rules of the entire smart device world, from personal phones to home appliances to industrial equipment. HarmonyOS is building an all-scenario interconnection platform, something Android and iOS haven't achieved in over a decade. Next, let's talk about how Harmony OS did it, comparing it with past failures in Europe and the US to see what common logic of global technological development lies behind it. First, let's look at the failure the Western market knows best, Microsoft's Windows Phone. Back then, Microsoft held a winning hand. Not only did it have the ASAP Office, but it also had Nokia's backing. At its peak, its market share hit 23.5%. Theoretically, it had every chance to challenge Android and iOS. But Microsoft made a series of fatal mistakes. 1. Arrogance. It mocked the iPhone for lacking a keyboard, missing the golden 2 years of the touchscreen revolution. 2. Incompatibility. 3 major system iterations were incompatible with older versions, treating loyal users like fools and abandoning them. 3. Closed licensing. It insisted on high licensing fees, driving away small and medium-sized manufacturers. Eventually, apps became pitifully scarce, forming a death spiral of few users. Developers don't make apps, fewer users. In 2019, support completely stopped, and its market share fell to 0.01%. Commentary analysis. Microsoft's failure wasn't due to poor technology, but arrogance and short-sightedness. It only thought about using its monopoly advantage to brute force its way in, completely ignoring user experience and manufacturer needs, and lacking long-term ecological planning. In contrast, Harmony OS took the open-source route from the start, charging no licensing fees and opening 25,000 HMS core interfaces, attracting over 2 million developers. This is the key to the rise of an ecosystem. This also confirms a common logic of global tech development. For any technology to become popularized, it must respect market laws and allow developers and manufacturers to win together, rather than engaging in unilateral monopoly. Now look at the status of Android. It occupies 79% of the global market share through open source and free use. It seems invincible, but it hides fatal hidden dangers. The most prominent is fragmentation. Android phones from different brands are modified in all sorts of ways, update rhythms are chaotic, and some phones stop getting updates just a year after release, leaving a pile of security loopholes. More critically, in 2019, to comply with the US government, Google suddenly cut off Huawei's GMS services, leaving Huawei's overseas phone users unable to use basic apps like Gmail and YouTube. This sounded a massive alarm, making global manufacturers realize how dangerous it is for their supply chain to rely on a single US system. This is one of the core reasons why those 12 overseas manufacturers proactively joined Harmony OS. Android's open source once promoted the popularity of smartphones, that is its contribution. But the intervention of geopolitics has wiped out its neutrality. Global supply chain security is the common demand of all manufacturers. No one wants to hand their fate over to someone else. The emergence of Harmony OS is not to replace anyone, but to provide a new choice. Its open source nature and positioning of not being bound by geopolitics fit perfectly with the needs of global manufacturers for diversified layouts. This also shows that technology has no borders is not just an empty phrase. Only by getting rid of regional restrictions can we truly achieve the collaborative development of global technology. Some might say that Harmony OS's 4% global market share is still negligible compared to Android and iOS. But remember, it took only 6 years to reach 800 million installs, whereas Android took 8 years and iOS took 10 years to reach this figure. More importantly, Harmony OS's growth logic is completely different from Western systems. It is not limited to mobile phones but aims at the future of the Internet of Everything, IoE. In Europe, manufacturers have begun to use Harmony OS in smart cars and industrial equipment. In South Korea, Huawei plans to launch the Ascend chip solution equipped with Harmony OS in 2026, directly hitting the monopoly pain point of NVIDIA's CUDA ecosystem. This cross-field, cross-regional ecological expansion is something Android and iOS have never achieved. Behind the growth speed of Harmony OS is the global tech industry's common pursuit of the Internet of Everything. Android and iOS are systems born for mobile phones and struggle to adapt to multi-device scenarios, while Harmony OS was built with a distributed architecture from the start, landing right on the wind gap of the 5G and AI era. European and American companies are willing to cooperate not out of sentiment, but because Harmony OS can help them reduce costs, increase efficiency, and avoid risks. This proves once again that the value of technology lies in solving common problems. By now, everyone should understand, the rise of Harmony OS is not accidental, but the inevitable result of the diversification of global technological development. It breaks the prejudice that non-US systems cannot succeed, and allows us to see that technological competition should not be a zero-sum game of life and death, but a win-win situation of mutual promotion.